Hey guys, COUY here, and welcome back to COUY Reviews. As a tribute to a beloved mainstream animation studio that's shut down a few months ago, I'll review the only film left from them I have yet to watch, the third installment of their biggest franchise, Ice Age: Dawn of the Dinosaurs. I thought the other Ice Age sequels are mediocre at best, except for the disease that is Collision Course. Seriously, that movie can suck my dick for all I care. Back onto this installment, will it finally live up to the 2002 film, or will it compete with the disease as the worst entry? Well, I finally watched Dawn of the Dinosaurs, and at least it's better than 2 and 4, and way better than 5, but no, this didn't live up to the original Ice Age. Looks like that film followed the old saying, nothing beats the original. The threequel takes place when Manny and Ellie are having a baby, and Sid and Diego got jealous, so Diego stormed off, and Sid tried to take care of 3 babies who turned out to be T-Rexes that he stole from their biological mother, and she took her kids home, kidnapped Sid, and led the mammoths and Diego straight to the underground, where dinosaurs live. While the story is predictable, as usual for an Ice Age sequel, the execution is slightly better than the meltdown and what came after. The thing that makes the execution better than the other sequels is the heart of the movie and the chemistry between the characters. I'll save the latter for later, but the movie's heart comes from the theme of starting a family. It results in some surprising tender moments that you don't get from those installments, leaving the movie to be heartfelt and charming. It kinda gives it some rewatch value in case you just got married and you're having a baby yourself, that way you can have something to relate to. Keep in mind that it's just the heart that makes the story well executed, but that doesn't mean it's uber perfect. This movie is not funny, and I mean not funny. Sure, I got a few chuckles this time, but like an Ice Age sequel, most of the humor has to be juvenile for some reason. And like I said, the story can be predictable at times, when you really know something's gonna happen. But we can rest easy that the writers put actual effort. Well, guess what? So did the animators, cause oh boy does this look stunning. Dawn of the Dinosaurs is the best looking installment I've seen from Ice Age. When it comes to the whole aesthetic of what's new in this movie, it really pops out in color. From the dinosaurs to the underground to the hazards, it's so freaking gorgeous. Of course, whatever's old is basic. It's just cartoony animals on ice, nothing groundbreaking, but at least it got a fair quality boost from the first 2 films. Fair enough to look good for a computer animated film without falling into the uncanny valley with textures rather than design. Hotel Transylvania, I'm looking at you. Anyways, the movements turned out a subtle balance between smoothness and squash and stretch. It's like Captain Underpants, where the cartoony is only shown in the right place, but they surprisingly have nice 3D flow to it for the remainder of the motion picture. For a movie released back in 2009, this didn't age a day. But then again, some computer animated films of that year didn't age a day either. Now it's time for the cast of characters. Going back to the theme of starting a family, Manfred and Ellie have some great moments, as a couple that display them as great up-and-coming parents for their baby. Sid may be stupid, but not to the point of his intelligence being equal to Peter Griffin in 2010's Family Guy episodes, and he actually cared for the dinosaurs he was babysitting. Diego originally wanted to move on from his friendship with Manny and Sid, but didn't give up on him to save the latter. Buck Wild had an amazing debut in this film with the baddest type of wit and cleverness that the disease took away, and he offered some decent action in this one. But then you have Scrapped, which is an absolute simp in this movie, and he wasn't as funny as he was in anything but the disease. That is shocking, since he's the saving grace of Meltdown and Continental Drift. His zany tricks which as Akron are something to behold, but that is stripped down here in order to introduce a love interest that he didn't need in the first place. The moments where Scrabblow's chasing that squirrel chick were pandering to the romance boom of the late 2000s. Thank goodness he broke up with her to get his acorn back. And, of course, Crash and Eddie are the annoying virus, as usual for the movie's humor that makes it mostly weak. There may be some scums in the cast, but for the most part, the characters are nicely written this time. I've got nothing else to say, so Dawn of the Dinosaurs is the best sequel that Ice Age has gotten, with a predictable story executed by strong heart, the best animation from the franchise, and great themes that shaped up the majority of the cast, even with some weak humor, to Ice Age characters worse than the baby, and the worst portrayal of Scrat ever. This should have ended the trilogy in a good note. But no, they had to make a fourth one for the sake of making the baby a teenager, probably to capitalize on Disney Channel, and adding some stupid pirates to make things more illogical. Now that I've seen this, I watched every single Blue Sky film, and it's time to pay a tribute to the company by giving this the Light badge to shed light to the 450 employees who lost a true animation home whose legacy will live on with stylistic and cartoony CGI in today's animated features. As for where I'm ranking this movie, it's in the middle between the other entries in the studio's canon. This is COUY signing out.